All right, guys, if y'all have a notebook, please take it out. Crystal is an amazing leader. We've been friends for a long time. We're in our first company together, and we don't mind helping each other. And that's one of the reasons why I came to Bravenly is all the leaders in the company, we work together to help take Bravenly to a $1 billion company. There's lots of knowledge in this company. And I know you guys hear from me all the time, so I'm trying to bring in different leaders for you to be able to hear from. But please mark this on your calendar. Every Tuesday at 7 p.m., we're going to have a call no matter what. Whether it's another leader or I'm teaching you a skill, whether it's about the back office or recruiting or something, we will have a call every Tuesday at 7 p.m. So please mark that down in your calendar. And there is a lot going on in the company right now, a lot of exciting things, which I'm going to go over after Crystal gets off the call. But guys, with this being said, I want to turn it over to my good friend Crystal. She's about to share with us some tips and tricks.
I
Hi,
don't know
Crystal.
about tricks, right? Just kidding. Thank you so much, Glenn. And I think most of you guys probably know me. Sorry, I dropped my pen. And I would feel better just holding my pen, right? I think most of you guys know me and you know my story. Like Glenn said, we've known each other for a long time. And just to give you guys just a little bit of background in case you don't know me and you don't know my story, I'll just keep that part brief. I've been a part of this industry for 35 years. Built to the top at the previous company. One of the previous company, Glenn and I were together that he's referring to, built to the top in that company, and it absolutely radically transformed our lives. And I'll probably weave a little bit of that into when I share a little bit here. But when I began in this industry 35 years ago, but 23 years ago, on a serious note, it was because I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I'm telling you guys this for a reason, because it's going to play into what I teach you. And all I came there for was an extra 1,000 to 1,500 a month. I never came into the industry to be a multi-million-dollar earner. That was never on my radar. It was, can I just get out of the red and into the black? Okay. And so that is a little bit of a training nugget right in and of itself for you because of this. Okay. How did I know that that company was a solution to my problems? Because my friend Marcy had been telling me that over and over and over and over and over again. I just had to get to the place where I was willing to change something. Marcy didn't lead with the product. She led with the business and said, if you would ever do this, you would be a diamond. Okay. That was a top level there at the time. And you know what? I didn't even know what that meant. And I'm like, please stop. I'm not going to join your company. But it was all filed like in a little file cabinet in the back of my brain. Okay. So what I want you guys to think about, even with saying that, is everything you share to everybody on your Facebook, in a chat, anywhere, they're filing it. Okay. They're like storing up all of these thoughts. Okay. And if there's someone that is struggling in life like I was, at some point, the straw is going to break the camel's back. And out of the blue, they're going to message you and say, I'm ready. Okay. My husband is being so noisy. He's putting the dishes away and clanging them really loud. Glenn, you're a guy. Anybody know? Husbands don't put dishes away quiet. I'm like, babe, really? I even texted him. I said, I'm on a Zoom. Please keep it down. He's not. He'll be done soon. But I'm so distracted by it. I'll tell you why later. But anyway, so that's the thing. I want you guys, Rebecca, I know, I do that all the time. I've been on a live Zoom on Facebook or live on Facebook, and Mark's in his office making all this noise. I'm like, babe, I can hear you. And my team always cracks up and they're like, you are so funny. I'm like, I am in the zone and every noise will get me out. So that's the thing. When somebody is in a place in life and everything climbs up, then your messages are going to come through to them. Okay. So I knew that Marcy had my solution. I just wasn't ready for it. So I jumped in, did that the first month. The rest is history. With that previous company, you guys, we made right under $10 million with them. Okay. And so I'm saying that also for a reason, because I want to set up what I'm going to teach here for a second to you guys, because I was in retirement for 4 years before the same best friend reached out to me about Bravenly. All right. So being here is a choice. We set ourselves up in life because my husband, as brilliant as he is, I'm not the saver. He is. He's like, it's not about what you make, it's about what you keep. Okay. So I came here for a whole different reason. And the reason I came to Bravenly is because I know there's still women out there like me working 80 hours a week, working and, making a 6-figure income, driving an hour's wait in traffic, feeling absolutely trapped, hopeless, and they need that 4-letter word called HOPE. So why do I share that with you guys? Because I have seen it. Glenn has witnessed it. We have seen a company go like this. Okay. And that is what we have right here. And you guys, he's an excellent leader. And probably half the stuff I'm saying, you're like, yeah, I've heard that from Glenn. Well, that's okay. I'm just an amen to Glenn. Okay. Because I really want you guys to grasp what you have the ability to do here. You can do something small. If you're on here going, whoa, I don't care about making 6 figures or a 7-figure income a year. I just need $1,000 a month like you did. Okay, that's great. But when you get people on your team that need $1,000 a month, guess what? Now you're going to be at 5. Okay. And you're going to start growing. And I just want you guys to realize, I remember when that company was at about 70 million in 2007, and we had a new CEO come on board. And over the course of 8 years, he took that company to almost $1 billion. And you guys, we just came off of 50 million. Okay. So it is very serious where we're at. Will there be an opportunity with Bravenly 5, 10, 15 years from now? Of course there will. Okay. But guess what? We're at a very sweet spot right now. And it's like a volcano is ready to erupt. We're not in mass momentum. Okay. We're not. And don't think you're too late. You're not too late. The biggest income earners have not come to this company yet. Mark my words, and we've got some big ones. They have not come yet. And guess what? They just might be on your friends list, in your phone, on your warm market list. Okay. I got chills too saying that myself, Renee. That's really weird because I just think about it. I think about what each and every one of you can have. You can be my story. Okay. You can be the story that say, man, I just came here to make $1,000 and $1,500 a month. And here I am 17 and a half years later, and I've made almost $10 million. Now, I'm not saying you're going to do that. I'm talking about my old company, so I can talk about that. But you know what? I wouldn't be here if I didn't think even more could happen here. Okay. So you guys got to understand that. I live in a beautiful state. I can go hiking on a different mountain every day. I can do all the things, and I'm here by choice. So I want you guys to really get your mindset set right now, because we do have extraordinary things in everything we do. So here's the deal. We've got 6 days, if you count tonight, left of this month, right? 6 days left of this month, counting tonight. Now, some of you go, oh, we only have 6 days. Oh, no. We have an entire, well, not quite an entire 5.5 days. Okay. We got time tonight, but you could just go, well, I'm not doing anything else tonight. Well, good. Well, you got an entire 5 days left. So I want you to flip the script. Okay. Champions always have enough time to get things done. It doesn't matter where you're at right now, whether you're having your worst month, your best month, your half month, you're behind, you're ahead. It doesn't really matter. Okay. What matters is what you do starting getting off this call through the end of the month. And I want to encourage you, put the pedal to the metal. Okay. Put the pedal to the metal, because what you do in August leads into September. Do you want to go into September? I thought about it like this. As our planes were grounded yesterday in the airport, you guys probably saw that crazy dust storm. Okay. Do you want to go into August sitting on the runway, tapping your fingers, waiting for takeoff because you're in a dust storm? Or do you want to be like, oh, we just took off and we're at that full throttle speed? How do you want to go into September? Because how you finish these next 5.5 days is exactly how you're going to go into September. Okay. And the only way you're going to go into September with your plane ready to take off the ground, okay, because that's when it's like most exciting, right? Like, woo, right? Is when you are in massive action activity. I don't even think that's a word, but I kind of made it up. Okay. When you are in actionable, massive actionable activity. Okay. Massive action. Okay. When that's how you're going to do that. Because what if you're sitting here right now and you're like, because a lot of people start right now, next month, and they're month away. Well, thank goodness for the Fab 5 Fast Track Challenge. We can't next month or month away if you want to be a part of the September challenge. Like, I don't know about you, but there's no way I'm not going to be a part of that. That is huge. Okay. That is absolutely huge. And there are people in your sphere of influence that are watching you, like I was Marcy, that might be ready to say yes, that might be you going live on your Facebook wall talking about why Bravenly, not giving a rat's rear end how many people are on there. Okay. Don't worry about that. The Lord is going to make sure the right person sees your live that needs to see it. Okay. So don't stress out. Just go live. Just press play, go live. In fact, why not do it every day? Why not go live every day for the next 5 days? Okay. So here's the deal. And I wasn't going to say this. So a lot of people think like this. Okay. What do we know we got to do? We got to hit Impact Achiever. We got to do 50 reach outs. Okay. And we got to go live. Okay. Most people are like, okay, I'm going to do just 50. Whoo, I'm already Impact Achiever. Man, oh, I'm so nervous. I'm going to go live for like 2 minutes. I'm just jump on, jump off. Minimalist mindset. Nope, nope, nope. Instead of thinking, what's the minimum I'm going to do? I want you to think, what's the maximum you can do the next 5.5 days to ensure your plane is ready for takeoff, that it's taken off in September, that it's going into September. Maybe you're at 500, whatever speed it is in the air when September starts. Okay. You got to be moving at full speed is all I know. The train can't be at the station. The plane can't be on the ground. The car can't be in park. Okay. You got to be in the Lamborghini on the Autobahn driving 180. Okay. Or whatever. All right. So the mindset has got to be, what's the absolute most I can do? Now, look, I'm not telling you to give up your family, to mess up your priorities. Here's what I mean by that. We know that our faith is first, our family is second, our career is third, and Bravenly is fourth. And when you keep things in those order, you're going to have results. So in your Bravenly time, if it's 2 hours a day, you are maxed out on that time. You're not going like this. No, you don't have time to go like this. I don't scroll Facebook a lot. I don't have time to scroll Facebook a lot because I am in chats, reaching out to people, helping my team doing those things. Okay. So that's what I mean. In the pockets of time, you are giving it everything you got. You guys follow me? You're giving it 100%. All right. So all we're really doing here at Bravenly is we are either primary or secondary recruiting. That's all you're doing. You're primary or secondary recruiting. So with this let's just say 5 days. It's easier than saying 5.5, 5 days, 4 hours, whatever. Actually, it is 5 days and 4 hours, 5 days and 3.5 hours. Okay. That we have left. Okay. You're either working towards getting yourself to Impact Achiever and doing those things, or you're helping a teammate do it. That's really all we do. Right? Have you guys ever really boiled it down to the bare bones? All we really do is talk to people, take the products, and follow up. That's really all we do. And we're either recruiting someone ourselves or we're helping someone bring someone in, right? Because I don't know about you, but we want everybody in I always want to say November. I don't know why, in the September challenge. Okay. So with that being said, I want to ask you guys, okay, if I was to call anybody's name, I'm not going to do it. Don't get nervous. Okay. But if I was to call out your name, I want to ask you 2 questions. Do you have your goals set for the rest of this month? Do you know what you want, how much volume, how many people, how many brand partners, and what you need to average each day? Could I say, hey, do you have this? Can you show it to me? Do you have it? And do you have it written down? Okay, this is not to make anybody feel bad. It's making a point, okay? Because most of you, my guess is that you work full-time on top of doing Bravenly. Who works? You can put it in the chat if you want. Who works full-time? Okay. So either you're going to own your day or it's going to own you, right? So if we don't have a plan, right, then we have a wish. And so here's the thing, Okay. Every day I have my goals written down, not just the goals. So you got to have your goals written down for the rest of the month, right? Like you revisit your goals from the first of the month. You have your goals written down for this month. And then each day I'm going to talk to you guys about how you're going to update them. Okay. Because that's really important. But I want to go back to something I shared at conference. Okay. So Glenn said I was going to give you some tips, and I'm kind of all over the board a little bit, not really. I forgot something I was going to say, but I'm going to end with this. So Glenn, if I forget the fourth quarter, just say Crystal fourth quarter and I'll remember it. Okay. I'm trying to highlight it, but my highlighter's empty. It's not working. Here, I got a green one. Okay. Hopefully I'll see that, but I probably won't because I'll get in the zone. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say it now before I talk about these basically 7 things I'm going to give you, and I don't take long on each point. Okay. So I talked about how August set you up for September, the rest of August, but August and September, you know what they set you up for? They set you up for the fourth quarter of the year. And let me tell you, I love the fourth quarter of the year because you know what you bring in the fourth quarter of the year? You bring in what I call fourth quarter champions. You know what fourth quarter champions are? They are the people like me. Okay. It was October 2001. And I said, man, every single year I kept saying next year. And I decided that month in October 2001, I was not waiting till January 2002. I was not saying next year's going to be better. No, right now, this year is going to finish better. So you guys, that is who we're looking for. We're looking for the people that I call fourth quarter champions. They join your business October, November, and December. It does not matter that there's Halloween. It does not matter that there's Thanksgiving. It does not matter that there's Christmas and there's Christmas shopping and there's Black Friday. It does not matter because they are to that point in life where they say enough is enough is enough is enough, and I am making a change. And so here's the deal. How do you catch them? You got to be engaged in the game. Okay. You've got to be massively engaged in the game so that you attract them. Like Glenn posted, right? Everything on social media people pay attention to. Okay. I literally had this situation happen. And I'm going to tell you guys, and I'm not going to do names, but it was a very big learning lesson for somebody on my team. Okay. There were 2 people talking to this girl. And from what we can understand, it was at about the same time. There wasn't really a first or a second or whatever. Okay. My girl and somebody else. She joined the other person. I had never been introduced. And I went and looked at the person she joined. And I looked at their Facebook wall and went, wow, pretty exciting. Versus every once in a while we have a post. So if that is the decision maker for this girl, it is obvious why she went with the other person. Now, it was a longtime friend, right, from her hometown. But you could tell she felt bad. But I'm literally like, okay. I went back to my girl. I said, look, I'm sorry that you're hurting right now. And I get it. I do not think this girl was deceitful. I do not think she did this to hurt you. I think she's never been in this industry and she doesn't have a clue. And all she was doing was watching social media. And she made her decision. So I want you to go look at that other page. And I want you to encourage this girl because she lives in your city and we don't need any division. And she did. She swallowed hard. And she said, I get it. As soon as she looked at it, she said, I get it. Because you guys have to realize there's a lot of people looking. And it made me, Glenn, I'm telling you today, I went, ooh, I told Mark, I go, I better shape up. I better get out on social media because I'm going to miss some great people that are good at posting, or against somebody else that's good at posting. And you guys, look, I don't have this scarcity mindset at all. Okay. I'm not saying that. I'm saying this is truly a person that had never really had conversations deep with anybody. It's like, hey, but guess what got this person on my Zoom last night? But she ain't on my team. Okay. So I just encouraged her and said, I'm so glad that we said something that excited you. I wish you only the best. What did I leave her with? Team Bravenly. Okay. But it was a lesson for me as well it was for somebody on my team. Okay. And I literally had to take a minute and step back and say, let me be on the outside, because it just didn't feel malicious. Like, she sought me out and she found me and, oh my gosh, I was on your Zoom and I'm so fired up and I've been watching for a while. That's how I knew. Who you been watching for a while? I don't think it's my girl, because I've never met you, right? So I say that on purpose for you guys to realize posting your heart is what matters. Not a flyer. I love you. Not a flyer. Your heart. Once in a while, I'll post a flyer. Glenn doesn't post flyers. Glenn is excellent. He says he needs to step up his game. Okay, I need to step up my game looking at Glenn. Okay, so I want to encourage you guys with that. Don't go live once. Go live in your stories every single day, and go live on your wall at least 3 times in the next 5 days. I'm going to challenge you to do that. And now you can go watch me and you can say, I didn't see you go live. You taught me to do it. I have to do it now because I told you to do it, right? I have to. Okay. So that's how you're going to attract a fourth quarter champion, because a fourth quarter champion wants to make money. So if you're out there only talking about products and you're not talking about being a solution provider, they're not going to think that you have a business. Glenn's very open about his business. I'm very open about doing the business. And it doesn't matter what your income is. I promise you it doesn't. We don't say our income's on our wall, okay? What matters is your passion, your purpose, your drive, your conviction, okay? Passion, purpose, drive, and conviction, they feel it. And they want to be a part of you being excited. Don't be fake. I get it. We can throw stuff in ChatGPT, but if it doesn't sound like you to you, it doesn't sound like you to anybody else. So change it up. I notice if I post exactly what ChatGPT tells me, my posts are crickets. It's like Facebook knows. That wasn't you. I'm not going to show it, right? So I take out some of the emojis, I change the words, whatever. I'm not going to get into that. So you guys, that is the most important thing. Who wants a fourth quarter champion like a Kayla Brooks, who you guys have heard from, okay, that came in on December 28th? Do you think she cared that New Year's was in 4 days? No. She put $3,600 on the books in 4 days. Why? Strong purpose. Okay. She was ready. She didn't come here to play. That's who you get when your mindset is right. Okay. So we all want a fourth quarter champion, right? You want your fourth quarter to be your biggest of your year, right? You want to finish strong and fly in to 2026. Did you know you can still have your biggest year yet right now? Okay. Sarah with the fourth quarter champion last year. I love that. I love it, Sarah. That is awesome. And I'm not surprised about it at all. Okay. So the number one thing is you having your target and knowing what your purpose is. Why are you doing Bravenly, and have it in front of you at all times? Okay. You guys, that is number one. It is impossible to continue to build a business if you don't know what you want and when you want it by. And if you're not really sure about that, then get with Glenn, get with your mentor, and really walk through that purpose. Okay. You got to have a big target, like I talked about on that stage. Mine was debt-free May 2005, and that was my focus. And nobody and no one was going to change my mind. Even if what happened yesterday or this morning to my friend happened to me, it wouldn't stop me. It would bum me out, but I'd have to look in the mirror and sit on my own sword. Okay, I really haven't talked much. Why would they join me? But I have a lot to offer, so I need to get it out there, right? So what is that purpose? Why do you need to know that? Because that's what you're going to talk about on your Why Bravenly. Here's why I said yes. And it can't be because I want to help everybody else. It's got to be stronger than that. It's got to be something that draws them in. Who do you want to attract? We all have friends that are kind of like us. And off of purpose, I want to ask you another question. If I ask you all to tell me, this is a big, gigantic nugget, and I know Glenn can answer this. Of the brand partners on your team, How many could you list their name, their purpose, how much they want to earn, and when do they want to earn it by? How many of you know that deep about your brand partners in their heart that you could draw it out on a whiteboard and you would know exactly what they want and when they want to buy? You guys, that is $1 million nugget for you. You know why? Because you got to know what they want so that you can help them get it. And if they kind of get a little light in their activity, guess what? You can say, hey, Sarah, you know what? Last time we talked, this is what you wanted. And I just want to know, do you still want that? Or have you changed your mind? I'm going to leave her with her dignity, but I'm going to bring her right back to that purpose. If I don't know what it is, I can't do that. And you know what? I'll never forget when I did that to one of my teammates. And she goes, you know what? I need to think about that. I'm going to call you back. 30 minutes later, the phone rings. Yes, I still want that. I'm so mad at myself for doing a gap in my pipeline. Like, but I was very gentle and brought her back to what she wanted, because clear communication really matters, right? So I just want to encourage you guys with that. All right. If you don't, Glenn probably does. Okay. So find out what they want, when they want it by, so that you can encourage them along the way. Okay. So that's all under strong purpose. In fact, I walk them through the business plan. Glenn, I've edited the business plan if you want it. It has purpose on it. It has a couple other things on it that I love. Okay. You want to lead with a business, okay? To get a fourth quarter champion, to get business builders, you guys are on here because you want to build a business. So you want to lead with a business. And let me tell you the biggest secret to that. Instead of looking at yourself as, I got to sell something, and you probably don't, but some people do. I hear them saying, oh, I really need to make a sale. I need to make a sale. I need to make a sale. I want you to see yourself as a solution provider, because that's what you are. We provide solutions in 2 key areas, health and finances. Okay. And so you are going to lead with the business because you're providing a solution to somebody's pain point. Right. And when you can get that pain point, you know, I saw a post the other day and I need to find where it is. It was in somebody else's team page and I'm stealing it. Glenn has probably seen it too. Oh, I know who it was. I won't say the name. And I remember her saying, when you post, be specific about what you're looking for. Don't be generic. I'm looking for someone in Florida to lock arms with who is looking to earn blah, 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 blah. You saw it, Glenn? I think you did. You're in the same group. We'll just leave the big group. Okay. Anyway, it was fantastic and I'm stealing it. Okay. Because that's what I'm talking about, being a solution provider. So when you share your story, I want you to be specific. I want you to be raw. I want you to be real. And I want you to say how Bravenly is a solution for that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, make sure you talk about it being the solution for your pain point. Because guess what? Whatever your pain point is, you probably have people surrounding you that have the same pain point. And most people right now is money. They need money. They need to pay for groceries. They need to pay for gasoline. I mean, we have tons of money, and I still can't believe how much I spend when I go to the grocery store. Like, I'm literally like, are you kidding me? There's 2 of us. How are we spending $500 at Whole Foods for 2? Like, that's insane, right? And that was only one time. But that's it. Third, plan and track every day of your business, okay? Whole pay. Plan and track. So you guys, here's what I do. I'm not saying you need to do this, but I have this spiral notebook. There's a lot of numbers on here because every day, multiple times a day, I track where I'm at. Every night before I go to bed, I write my goal for the next day, okay? And multiple times in the day, like I write 8:26, 12:28 p.m., I write my volume and I write how much I'm ahead. I have and how much I still need to reach that goal for the day. Okay. So I write down my total volume. I've done this much and I still have this much to go. Okay. I track that multiple times a day. Why? Because I figure out patterns on my team and what days we have the biggest bump. And no matter where you're at in your business, when you see it, what we pay attention to improves. Okay. So I love tracking my numbers. Okay. And guess what? So let's say you're $1,000 away 1,000 in volume away from your goal. You got 5 days, that's 200 a day, but you do 0 tomorrow. It's a goose egg. Well, now you're 1,000 away with 4 days. So now your goal has to change. It's 250 instead of 200. You see what I'm saying? But if you don't track that and you don't write it down, you don't know what you're working for. And you're like driving to some place you've never been without a map. Okay. Do it no matter what. No matter what. No matter what. I did it no matter what. Consistent, persistent, daily activity. My goal was to outwork my team. It still is every single day. Leadership is caught. It is not taught. Okay. Focus on doing something with excellence versus just checking it off. Oh, reached out to my 10, check. Did you really reach out with specific messages? Did you really go look at their Facebook and see if they have a pain point? Do you know anything about them? Or are you just like, hey, Glenn, I did my 10, check. Or did you do those 10s with excellence? Meaning it's a special message straight from your heart because you're thinking about them. Okay? A lot of people like to just check off a list. You know, I have days like that and I'm like, no, that's going to get me nowhere. If I just send some cut and paste or some robot message, I don't send robot messages, but you know what I'm saying? Okay. And then 7, that was 5 actually. 6, connect, 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 connect. Okay. It's not about you. It's about them. And it's about always get them connected with your mentor. Always, always, always connect, 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 connect. Okay. If you can get enough people connected to Glenn or whoever your mentor is, you are going to win. All right. And I'm going to leave you guys with the thing that I do, that I teach my team without fail, you do every night before you go to bed. 3 things. Number 1, how many? How many are you going to reach out tomorrow? Write a number. If you have your blank number, okay, we got 5 days. So if you've not reached out to any 50, it better be 10. But my thing is, why not do 20? Right? We're not doing the minimum. We're going to do the maximum. Okay. So you write your number down. Number 2, who are they? Ooh, that gets a lot of people. They don't really want to plan. They just want to wing it. Right? I'm just going to find 10 friends to message. No, 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 no. I want to encourage you. Success is when preparation and opportunity meet. If you've done the preparation and you've really thought about these 10 people and you have it in your brain, you're going to reach out to them. That's key. That means you write their 10 names down. And 3, when are you doing it? When are you going to do it? Not, I'm going to do it tomorrow. No. Your day will own you and it'll be 10 o'clock at night. And then what are you doing at 10 o'clock at night? I'm just checking it off. You guys, this is game changing. And when I worked 80 hours a week, that is what I did. But we didn't have a little voice, right? I'm having to have the letters of the phone numbers written real big in my car so I can see and dial while I'm driving. We didn't even have a speaker in our car. Like, you got it to your ear. I had my old, like, little, whatever headset on, and then that became illegal. I'm driving down the road with a headset as soon as I got that. So how many, who are they, and when are you going to do it? You're going to write it on your calendar. You're going to highlight it, and you're going to make sure nothing else goes in that time. You guys, if you did just that one thing every single day with the goal of getting them connected to Glenn or whoever you're working with, your business would grow, right? Do you realize that? But the problem is we sometimes lack consistency, which is your magic. Okay. And I just gave you guys the main things that I do because my mind is, I am not a hobbyist. I am a business builder. I'm going to treat this like a business. It's going to pay me like a business. And that means in the time that I have it, I'm going to work this like a business. Right? So Glenn, I went a little over my time slot. I think you said 20 or 30 minutes and I went about 35, maybe 33, because I think you talked a little bit. So I apologize for that. And
Hey, don't apologize. That was money.
I hope you guys got something out of that, because here's what I want to see. All of you guys, I should take a little screenshot. I want to see you all in the Fab Five Fast Track. I always have to look at that. That's like a tongue twister. Fab Five Fast Track Challenge, right? You guys all committed to doing it? And are you committed to reaching out to your team? And that's the last thing, Glenn, that I will leave them with. I want to encourage you. Don't leave it up to Glenn to reach out to every single brand partner on his team. He probably will, because he's like me and he's cray. But you know what? When you guys are reaching out to that person on your team, that brand partner, say, oh my gosh, did you watch Mentorship Monday? They might say no. Oh my gosh, you got to go watch it right now. In fact, it's under the guides. So there's a really exciting thing happening in September, and I don't want you to miss it. So I need you to go watch Mentorship Monday. And I do still give them an overview. Here's what it is. Okay? Here's what it is. If you reach out to each brand partner, and what if you've done the extra? What if you've looked in your back office? Hey, you've got one new sign up. You only need 2 more. We're going to get 50 messages out, 10 a day. And you know what? Tomorrow at XYZ time, I'm going live. You want to do it 30 minutes later? I'll be on there showing you some love. Guys, do you know how far that will go? And it's powerful if Glenn does it, but Glenn's limited on time. He has a huge team, right? So take it on your shoulders and go even a step farther. Oh, if you're not sure where to find it, let me send you the link. It's in Messenger, because that's easier for them to click it. Guide them along the way. Don't make them feel dumb if they can't find them. Don't make them feel silly if they didn't watch Mentorship Monday. Be excited, because excitement is contagious. You can't miss it. I want you to be a part of it. I've been doing that all day. And you know what? I've got my team coming back going, oh my gosh, thank you so much for calling me. Can you send me the link? I'm driving and I want to listen to it, but I can't find it while I'm driving. Yeah, boom, 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 boom. Okay, do that, make your 3, and I can't wait to see you guys at the top. So Glenn, thank you so much for inviting me.